handouts. This is actually the longest presentation, so I'm going to get through my part as quickly as possible.
Thank you.
Okay.
No, she's not here yet.
There you go. She's in the bathroom?
No, we had a per diem.
Oh, that's the per diem.
No, she
this
no,
was
per
per
diem.
diem. This was.
She is per diem.
Yeah, this one.
This is.
I'm guessing she went to the bathroom because her coat was there.
No, but the code been there the whole time.
Oh no.
And she hasn't been back?
Not that, but they told us to be back at 2:15.
Give me a second, one second.
So it's been a long day for everyone. How's the other presentations been? Okay? Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of information. This one is the most, but I'm gonna get through mine quickly, and then the second half, we'll get through it pretty quick. Everybody, you watch a video after that, and then you're home free.
Okay.
Yeah,
the medical one's always the longest.
Exactly.
You have to go through step by step.
Yeah, they always save the worst for last.
That's okay, because you know a lot of jobs don't do this, and you know people be having like
It's just a long time.
yeah, and then we have questions, and we have to ask other coworkers who've been there before us, and it's just like, and then you choose like, oh, this plan, like, you know, because we don't understand what we're choosing.
Exactly.
So that's good.
You're right, and you get something that you don't want, and you're paying for something that you don't need.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I gave you a handout. So okay, everybody, let's begin. My name is Elliot Valle. I'm your benefits associate. The benefit manager is Isoris Amador. She's sitting in the back. This is, hey, say hello, ladies. This is our last part of the presentation today. I'll be doing the first part of the medical, dental, and vision presentation, and then Isoris will take us home with the rest of the stuff. And she's also going to be fielding any questions that you may have. We're going to save them for the end if you have any questions. So I'm going to try to get through my part as quickly as possible. Before I get started, I just want to ask two questions. Has everyone or anyone here had medical coverage before?
Get a job or?
Get a job or Obamacare, you've had medical coverage. Raise your hand. Everybody that's had medical coverage. Okay, you've all had medical coverage.
Well, we have no choice when we get penalized.
Exactly. Yeah. I've been there before. Does anyone here have children under 12? You do? Okay. All right. Good to know. Okay, so let's get started. There's some pages on the top of the booklets that I gave you. You can just, there's 3 pages. You can just take them off and just put it to the side because we're going to need those later on. So just put it to the side. Okay, everything I'm going to go through for you is in that booklet that you have there, and we're going to be going over the medical, the dental and vision, and the transit check information. Okay? Benefits overview, health, dental, and vision, flexible spending, and then some of the other information here will be handled by Isoris, who is our benefits manager. I'll be talking about transit check, and then she'll be talking about the rest of the information. Okay? Benefits eligibility, after 60 days of employment, employees working a minimum of 30 hours, full-time employees. All benefits information can be found on the website, servecorehr.com. You can go to that site at any time and you can see all the information that I'm going to talk about. And you can see that booklet in a digital form. It will be on that site. So everything I'm going to talk about is in your grasp. HRA 1500, Health Reimbursement Arrangement. That is going to be the name of the coverage for medical if you choose to go with the medical or the dental or the vision. There's 3 tiers, medical, dental, and vision. They are not together, they are separate. So if you decide, well, I need medical coverage, but I don't really need dental and I don't really need vision, you can just choose the medical and waive the other 2. Or you can do it in any manner you like. Maybe you need dental, you don't need medical. You're on someone else's, you're on your wife or your husband's medical plan, you don't need medical. Maybe you just need the vision, you'll take that. So again, all 3 are separate. Do not have to take any of them. It's optional. If you want to waive, you can waive everything. If you'd like to have all 3, you can get all 3. If you only want 1 or 2, any combination you like, you can get it. Again, it's all through United Healthcare. It's an HRA 1500 health reimbursement plan, something that you don't have to tell your primary physician. They're not interested in that. They just want to make sure that you have coverage. Network Choice Plus, that's the name. In-network and out-of-network capability. We'll talk about that. Plans, copayment, and deductibles for single. If you're a single person and you want to get medical, vision, dental, whatever it is, you want to get medical, 1500 is going to be your deductible. So once you meet your deductible as a single person, 1500, anything after that will be a 20% co-insurance. So I'll give you a quick example. Let's say you've paid your 1500 deductible, and now you had to go to the hospital and you got a $5,000 bill. You only pay 20% of that $5,000, okay? After you've reached your deductible. Same thing for the family, $3,000. Once you reach your deductible, everything after that will be 20. No referrals required. Routine exams are covered 100%. The HRA plan. Now, this is a plan where the employer, which is us, Service Corp, will provide $500 as a contribution towards any type of expenses. So this $500 is given to you by the company, and it rolls over. If you don't use it during the first year, it turns into $1,000 for the second year, but that would be the max. That would be it. So again, it's money that's being contributed by the employer to you to use it for expenses, except for medical expenses, okay? And again, it's an HRA account to assist in offsetting annual deductibles. And it works in all tiers, employee plus 1, $750, you don't use it, second year it turns into $1,500, you don't use it, that's it. Doesn't go any further. Family plan, 2 or more, $1,200, same thing, rolls over to $2,400. Again, all this information is on the website and in the book. We already went over that. Medical insurance, this is how it's taken out of your paycheck, bi-weekly. So if you're single, $54 a week for 2019. It actually has gone down. It was $56 in 2018. It was actually a lot more, because I was actually looking at some of the older fees for the bi-weekly, and it was a lot more than that. So $54, not bad. $54 bi-weekly coming out of your check if you're single. Employee, spouse, $152. Employee, if it's just you and your child, $87. If it's the whole family, $182. Husband, wife, kids, $182. Comes out of the check bi-weekly. Pre-taxed, that's important. Before taxes. Okay? And again, that information.
May I please have your attention? May I please have your attention? We are conducting tests of the building fire alarm system. Please disregard all signals you might see or hear. Once again, Please disregard all statements you might see or hear. It is only a
Yeah, we get it.
He said disregard it? All right, so now we're talking about prescription drugs. Again, that's part of the medical plan. It's a 3-tier plan. Those of you that get prescription drugs, there's a home delivery pharmacy plan. Again, generic drugs, you would pay maximum $15. Of course, if you went to the pharmacy and you got a generic drug with your coverage and the drug is $10, that's what you would pay. You would never pay more than $15. If it was a mail order, it would be $37.50, and so on. Same thing. Very simple. Generic preferred brand is $35, brand name drugs $75. Okay, if you decide to go with a mail order, the copays are 2.5 times the cost of the pickup. So if you didn't want to go to the pharmacy, you want to have a mail order, it's going to cost you $37.50. Okay, again, that information is in the book and on the website. Dental coverage. Dental coverage is pretty good because adults, you know, you always see like adults that have adult braces, and you know they cost a fortune. This plan actually allows adults to get braces. This plan braces up to, I believe, age 18. I'm going to check that for you, and that is accurate. So here, if you are interested in getting braces, this will be the plan to go to as an adult. This one only up to 18. This is called the Columbia Dental Plan. This is an in-network plan. No out-of-work option, no out-of-network option, okay? Routine and preventative service covered 100%. What would that be? Like x-rays and fillings, things like that. All other procedures, including orthodontia, covered at 50%. That would be something like a root canal. You would be responsible for 50% of that bill, okay? So routine stuff covered. Big job in your mouth, 50%. $2,000 annual maximum. What does that mean? That means that the employer is giving you a $2,000 cushion to play with, to just keep it in simple terms. So you are allowed up to $2,000 in dental work. Anything over $2,000, you're responsible for, okay? So again, the Columbia Dental Plan is an in-network plan, not out of network, and there aren't that many doctors in the network. Believe you can get this information on the site. And again, if you have any questions in regards to that, we will address them at the end. But again, this is an in-network plan. Now, the United Healthcare PPO plan, notice, $1,000 annual maximum. So similar, but just less. But they're in and out of network. So of course, plenty of more choices to choose from with the in and out of network. Routine and preventative service, same, covered at 100%. All other procedures, including orthodontia, covered at 50 to 80%. Okay, deductible, $50 to $150. So a little bit different. In network, you get maximum up to $2,000, nothing out of pocket until you reach $2,000. Then anything over $2,000, you're responsible for. And you get adult braces, but only in network. This one, in and out of network, no braces, less money, but way more choices when it comes to the type of doctors you're looking for. That information, again, is in the book. And the dental plans are taken pre-tax from the payroll, bi-weekly, same thing. Single at $1,226, employee plus $120, family at $2,555. These are all the 2019 costs, and the PPO with United Healthcare, a little less for the single, because again, you have more choices with that one. So again, this is the in-network, in and out of network. Okay, vision coverage, United Healthcare again covers the vision, comprehensive eye exams, every 12 months, $10 copay, pretty simple. Pair of glasses, lenses are covered in full. So for frames, every 12 months, $25 copay, but frames every 24 months, you get $130 towards your frames. So United Healthcare Vision, again, comprehensive eye exams covered. Every 12 months, $10 copay, glasses, lenses, you get $130 for the frames. And how many people I see? 2 people with glasses. So you know how much the lenses and frames are. It's a pain. So that's something you might want to definitely keep in consideration if you want to get the vision. And again, it's handled the same way. Employee biweekly deductions, $2.68 for the employees, spouse and dependent, employee and spouse, I'm sorry, $509, with the child, $533, in the family, $821. Biweekly deductions for the vision. Again, that information is in the book and on the site. I really encourage you to take a look at that site. Because we get calls, and a lot of times some of the answers to the questions are right there. It's right on the site. So the site is pretty helpful. Flexible spending program, use of pre-tax dollars for out-of-pocket health care, dependent care for expenses, okay? So now this is something that will not pertain to you at this time because you have to work 6 months of continuous employment. This is something that would come into play next year. So, and this figure has gone up to $2,700. And what this is basically, Service Corps offers 2 separate accounts. It's the healthcare and the dependent care, and it's for out-of-pocket expenses. And again, these out-of-pocket expenses can be paid with this pre-tax money, okay? And what it is you would estimate what your out-of-pocket expenses would be, and then you can request it up to this dollar figure, and then you would be given a debit card, which is front-loaded with whatever dollar figure up to this figure. So let's say, oh, I think my expenses would be, my out-of-pocket expenses would be $2,000. They're gonna take that out of my check, they're gonna front-load me a debit card, and that's gonna be $2,000 right there, the debit card, front-loaded. And they'll take the money out. Maximum $2,700 for, but again, this doesn't come into play because this is for next year. Transit check. Am I discussing transit check? So just to give you a quick idea, how many people are working in the city? Is everybody in New York here? Everybody's working in New York? No? New Jersey? So,
Right before.
oh, okay. Are you driving?
Yeah.
Driving to work every day? So everybody else uses mass transit, right?
No,
No?
I'm driving.
You're driving also? But you're in the city?
No, Rockland County and work in Jersey.
Same
Oh.
place that I.
Okay.
Reportedly, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you guys have a separate, parking program there, okay? So just make sure to speak to your managers, which department are you guys working?
No, I will be working for insurance department.
Clinical revenue, CRO,
Patient services, dermatology department.
the dermatology department. Okay. So just speak to your managers, they'll give you a form and an email, you'll notify them, and the parking spaces, I believe right now are at the DoubleTree. There's no parking at the main building right now. So you'll park at the DoubleTree for $48 a month, okay?
So else you wanna take it from the transit check?
Sure.
People
Alright,
clap it up
guys.
for your benefit manager.
Alright, guys.
Sort of Salvador.
All right, so I'll give you the benefit rundown, and if you guys have any questions regarding the medical program that Elliot discussed, dental vision, let me know, and I'll go over some of the details of the benefit. So the transit program is basically for commuting or parking expenses, so you are allowed to pre-tax up to $260 for commuting expenses. For those of us that are commuting in the city, The unlimited card, if that's the card that you wish to use, which is the card that you pick up downstairs, you could do it with Transit Center, and basically you get one Metro card that's good for a full year. We deduct it on the first payroll of the month. So right now, this week, we're getting ready for our first payroll for the month of December. So anyone who has Transit, we're pulling Transits out of everyone's accounts. So if I chose to take the Metro card for $121, I'm getting that Transit pulled out this payroll, but my card is good for a full year as long as I remain in the program. Once I decide, whenever I decide to cancel the program, that card just stops working. Okay, for those of us that have that card also, if we lose that card or that card gets damaged, if anyone's ever dealt with the MTA, it takes at least 5 or 6 months for you to get a card returned back to you with the funds that you lost because your card is damaged. The nice part about it is that if we do the unlimited card with Transit Center, they actually handle all the transactions for us. So if that card is damaged, lost, or anything, it's about a 2-day turnaround time for you to get your card, or same day. So you just walk into their offices and you let them know that you've lost your card. They give you your card right back. Okay, that's the nice part of it. So this benefit, you can enroll and disenroll whenever you wish. For those of you who are doing the parking expense, you can pre-tax the $260. You could do both benefits if you wish. The parking expense has to be done during work hours. So if you're at work and you're using a parking lot, that's what it's for. You would do that in a reimbursement, or you get it on a credit card. So it's called a quick pay card. And you use that for those purposes too. And if there's anyone who uses the Transit and doesn't need the 121, but let's say you only need $60 for the month for Transit, you will get a credit card as well. And you have that bucket, and you just buy your Metro card as you need. Okay. So we have our 401k program. So our 401k program, our record keeper is Transamerica. They handle all aspects of our benefit, meaning that when you reach 6 months of service, they will reach out to you and let you know that you've now become eligible for the 401k, at which time you can start contributing anything between 1 to 100% of your salary. We do have what's called an automatic enrollment, so we will enroll you automatically at a 1% rate. You